Hi, everyone. Welcome to our SAIS oral history review interviews. We have Miss Constance Hope, who goes by Connie, and we will be interviewing her today, learning about all of her experiences while she was at SAIS. So thank you for agreeing to participate, Connie. We so appreciate it. And I'd like to ask you, tell us your background. How did you come to SAIS? What was your background prior to coming to SAIS?
Well, let me start by saying that I am from Liberia. I was born and raised in Liberia. My dad was Liberian. My mom is American by birth, so I had a bicontinental upbringing. I have always been interested in things international. My dad was on the Liberian delegation to the UN, so I spent a lot of time in the UN for many, many years. So it was kind of natural for me to be interested in things international. I applied to the Fletcher School and to SAIS, got into both. I chose SAIS because it was in DC, and I thought I'd be closer to embassies and those, kinds of institutions. And so that's how I ended up in DC at SAIS. Now, uh, the funny thing is, when I was accepted at SAIS, I was accepted with a fellowship until they discovered that I was not an American citizen. That fellowship was designated for an American citizen. So, as an alternative, the school offered me a fellowship to go to Bologna, which was fine with me. So I spent the first year in Bologna, and it was fantastic.
That's an awesome background. How did going to SAIS help you with your life and your career afterwards?
Well, as I said, because I was interested in things international, SAIS in Washington was the perfect place for me. I had some fantastic professors for economics, for African studies, international law, and all of those things prepared me for what I wanted to do afterwards. And I left SAIS and went to the World Bank. And that was, a great segue for me. Um, but I left the World Bank because I was offered a faculty position at the University of the District of Columbia, where I taught African history, politics, and economics, all the things that I had gotten in a background from SAIS. I was at UDC for 18 years, so my studies at SAIS certainly put me in good position to do what I needed to do. And then I left the University of the District of Columbia after 18 years and went back to the World Bank for another 16 years. So it's been, perfect.
So I know this could be difficult, but can you think of a really fond memory that you had while at SAIS?
Oh, not difficult at all. My fondest memory is my year in Bologna. I mean, it was fantastic. And because it was basically happenstance that I went, it made it even more fantastic. But it was really a formative year. Got to meet a lot of interesting people, did a lot of interesting traveling, and then came back to DC to do my second year at SAIS, and I was in a good position to do that.
Can you think of anything that you learned at SAIS that served you well later in life?
Oh, lots of things. But I think, first of all, the multicultural atmosphere at SAIS, first in Bologna and then in Washington, really, really was what I was looking for. Um, I got to meet people from all over the world. Uh, and when I was in both places, Bologna and SAIS, there were Africans. That I had not had a chance to meet before, and I was really happy to see the multiculturalness of the site. So that was I think the most important experience that I had.
And can you describe your SAIS experience in one word?
Fantastic.
I think that describes my SAIS experience too.
Oh, good. I mean, I can't think of anything else that would even come close because it just really was. It set me up to do all the things that I wanted to do, and I had my career at the World Bank. I had my career at the UDC, and I like to say, when I retired from the bank and realized, what I wanted to do when I grew up, I am now an executive coach and trainer and facilitator, and I work for contracts with USAID, which I travel all around the world. At least I did before COVID. Traveled all around the world doing what I wanted to do. That is executive coaching, training, and facilitating, and diversity and inclusion and leadership topics. So I have, since SAIS, I have blossomed into who I really needed to be because of SAIS.
That's wonderful. Well, I want to thank you for sharing your story with us. Again, I know so many people will benefit from hearing about your background and experiences. And that's all. So I'm going to stop recording.